Hello, my name's Letitia, and I'm going to be creating a series, essentially, of my egg donation journey. So today was my first appointment, and it went very well. It was very scary because I've never been to London before, especially on my own. Absolutely, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how people live there. But that's a separate story. I will go through some information. It's all NHS. It's all back to front. And I'll also give out some agencies who do this within the UK. There's only 3 for now, legit ones, not some scummy back street. Ugh. So I signed up through Nurture back in November last year, I believe. End of November, start of December. And like I said, I went through Nurture. You can find out a little bit more about them through www.nurturefacility.co.uk. Now, on their website, I had a very, very good look because it's something I've wanted to do. I've always wanted, I wanted my life to have some form of meaning. As corny as that sounds, I really wanted to do a big, good deed with my life. You can do all these good deeds of, helping a little old lady with her shopping across the road. That good feeling only lasts for so long, whereas something like this is a lifelong wow. So, anyway, all the tests and treatments are done at Guy's Hospital in London, by literally opposite London Bridge Tube Station, and they look after you there. They are fantastic, even though they did forget to register me on the system. But that's all sorted now. It only took 10 minutes. And what Nurture do, they cover all your travel costs. Now, I'm in South Wales. It's not exactly down the road from London. So, they covered my travel. I told them which trains I was going to get. They sent me the money over. I booked my tickets. Sent them the receipt as proof. Job's good 'un. They also sorted out my Oyster card because it's between London Paddington Station. There's a couple of tubes you need to get to where you need to go. They covered it. Everything. And at the end of it, they also give you £750 compensation for doing it. Now, to me, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for a good deed. It's just something that it's a good thing. And I know of people who can't have kids, and they really deserve them. They deserve to have kids. They deserve to be happy. And I want to do that for someone. Now, back in February, I was selected. Well, my eggs, not me. I'm just a carrier. My eggs were selected by a lovely couple. They've been together for a very, very long time. I think they've only been married a year, but they've been together for 8 odd years. They've been trying and trying and trying, and nothing. So they've chosen me, and all they know about me is the colour of my hair, the colour of my eyes, my hobbies. So they know I like horse riding, quite competitive. I think they know I've got a 2-year-old, so I've got sort of proven eggs, I guess. She's fully healthy. She's got no health problems at all. In fact, I think the only problem she has is eating too much, but can we blame her? So, yeah, I got selected in Feb. Today was my first appointment. So, diving into that, when I signed up with Nurture, a lovely, lovely lady called Gabby, she has held my hand the whole way. She's always on the other end of WhatsApp, and she even met me at London Paddington because I'd never been to London before and I had no idea where I was going. Then she met me in London Paddington, sorted out my Oyster card, got the tubes to the hospital, eventually got booked in after I wasn't on the system properly, and she did have to go because another donor had just flew in from Belfast and she had to go meet her as well. So yeah, I didn't get the medal for the longest travelling person today, but Belfast is pretty incredible, we got to admit that, and that's dedicated. So, and then met with the doctor / counsellor. She ran through everything, absolutely everything, risks, implications, obviously the pros as well, because they do a mass amount of blood tests, which cover HIV, hepatitis B, C, syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea, and if any of the infections are detected, it could have implications on not only your own health, but affecting the suitability of donating eggs. So obviously they've got to be very, very careful. You're also screened for anemia, any broken chromosomes, and also cystic fibrosis. Now, broken chromosomes is rare. And put it this way, I wouldn't have a healthy child if I had broken chromosomes. So it's very, very unlikely. Very, very unlikely I've got broken chromosomes. So that should, fingers crossed, come back okay. Now, cystic fibrosis, I personally don't have it. My daughter doesn't have it, but I could be a carrier. Now, if I'm a carrier and the recipient's husband is also a carrier, we're not compatible. We would not be able to go ahead with the donation, purely because there's too great a risk of that child having cystic fibrosis. It's a 25% chance, 1 in 4, which is odds I don't want to play with something so big. So they screen for literally everything, and obviously if you belong to a particular ethnic group, they advise additional screenings for sickle cell disease and thalassemia. I have absolutely no idea what that is, but it sounds bad. You also have a hormone blood test to check your fertility. Sort of a big one there. So yeah, they did all that. You also have, if you've not had one and you're wanting to do this, you also have an internal ultrasound. Now, I've had plenty of these, more than I care to admit. Never a joyful experience, but it has to be done to get a proper view of your egg's home. So they checked the lining of my uterus. It was all thin. Nothing to worry about. Not having any periods anytime soon. I've just come off depot. Not long come off depot, so that's probably why. My left ovary is a problem. Not for donating, just the fact I've got a cyst and it's an awkward one. Massively awkward one. They actually tried to remove it back in October through keyhole surgery. They didn't remove it all, and it came back. And what it's done, it's caught itself up in the ligaments, wrapped itself around the ovary, and pinned the ovary itself to the bowel wall. So it's very inaccessible. It's only got about 5 active follicles on it anyway, so they won't be taking eggs from there. However, my right one is fantastic. It's got 10 follicles, which is more than average, and it's easily accessible, so we got a goer. Oh, yes. So, yeah. The donation I'm doing, there's a few different types actually. So there's known donation, where the donor and the recipient know each other, and it's all sort of a goodwill. And I'm doing an anonymous donation, which is what Nurture do. They do anonymous ones. So you don't know the recipient doesn't know you. I'm known as Layla. I'm not Layla. But don't even know, I can't, my undercover name, I guess. And so what will happen is, obviously the information they get of me is very restricted. This is so we can't track each other down, essentially. It's all very under wraps. And yeah, so what they do from now, I will post another video when I've had my next appointment, which is the 25th of July. And again, I'll have another screening to make sure everything's still all good in the hood. And I'll have a bit more information. But for those thinking of, will that child be able to have contact with me? No. Not until they are of age, 18. Then they may ask who their biological mother is. The dad will be biological. The recipient's husband will be biologically their dad. It's just the mother who won't. I will be the biological mother. By law, the recipient will be the lawful mother. So there'll be no connection. All I'll know is if the donation has been successful, and she's growing a little baby human. I hope human anyway. And when it's born, I'll find out when it's born. And then that will be about it. It's very, very under wraps. So it's nothing like adoption where I've got to do all the growing of the human and push out the human. And then get attached to the human and give it away. I don't have to do that. There is no emotional connection, which I think is a much better way of doing it, because I would not be able to let a child go after I've gone through all that pain, let's be fair. So, yeah, I think this is going to be the better way. For anyone who's interested, I think it's going to be a better way. If you want to do it, you do it. Now, there is an age sector, I guess, of putting it. I'm just trying to find it, because the hospital gave me absolutely loads and loads and loads of paperwork. I think it's donors have to be between 18 and 35. Nice healthy period. Well, what they predict is a healthy period. So, and it's not a new treatment at all. It's been around since 1983, and an estimated 10,000 babies a year are born worldwide through egg donation, which is a hell of a lot. Let's be fair. That's a lot of babies. So, I think for now, it is a form of IVF. I won't beat around the bush. It's a form of IVF, so they are paying for this, and it's not cheap. Anyone who's had IVF or been through it will know exactly what's involved, and it's the chances are a lot slimmer with full IVF, whereas this it's a standing chance. It's sort of a head start. So I think it's a bit cheaper as well on the recipients. But what I will do another video in July, end of July, 25th, and I will update you as to what goes on in part 2. So this is part 1, the initials and an overview. So, but like I said, if you are interested, there is www.nurturefertility.co.uk, and there is also eggdonation-uk.com, and one that I've not heard before is www.altrui, so altrui.co.uk. So those are the 3 legit agencies if you are interested. Have a read up, they're all online, read up, have a little think. If you want to go for it, I say go for it. You can do it as many times as you like. Obviously, as long as you're between 18 and you're between a maximum of 35 years old. I don't hesitate. I didn't. And so far, so good. I'm helping someone have a family. So, that's all for me for now. And I will see you in July. Bye.